Welcome to week 1, phase 2 and foundational workout 1. So this is now the phase where the reps have gone up on each exercise and looking for more of a hypertrophy effect with the exercises. Still same exercises, very similar in the workout setup, but we're just going higher reps. So the weight that you're lifting will probably have to reduce from what you were doing for your 6 to 8 reps in wave 1. This cycle will run for 3 weeks as well, and then you go back to wave 1 and look to increase the weight that you were lifting in wave 1. So you keep progressing each wave, but it gives your body a break from lifting heavy weights, and you can try and increase the amount of growth and muscular endurance during wave 2. So first exercise will be a barbell front squat, that'll be for 12 reps. Second exercise will be a kettlebell military press, that'll be for 12 reps. And the third exercise will be a kettlebell meadow row, which will be for 12 reps. All exercises will be 2 warm-up sets and 3 working sets, and that will be the first circuit that we're working through today. So let's get it done. 5 minutes on the Airdyne as always as warm-up. It's getting colder now in England, so got to really do my warm-up and make sure my warm-up sets are perfect before moving on to the working sets. Twelve's are no joke, Jesus. Okay, so a few tips for these exercises. Now you're going higher rep. Form is key on front squats. You have to make sure that your back is as straight as possible, your elbows up high, and that you're not flexing out your torso at all. Trying to keep that as strong as possible, driving through your legs. It's going to kick in to a little bit of cardiovascular work as well, because it's high reps, so take a little bit more time on the transition between exercises. And make sure that when you're doing your standing shoulder press, you're stable underneath the weights. You're not moving all over the place, like waving in the middle with your core. Everything stays locked. Remember, strength comes from the ground up, to make sure your setup is perfect with regards to where your feet are, and that all the joints are in line above that. And then when you're pressing the weights from your bicep up towards above your shoulders, so bicep towards ear, that the weights are stable above your shoulders. On the meadow row, keep that torso still, don't wave it, and make sure that you're pulling with your back and your arms and nothing else. You're keeping core braced. Tough. So this is going to be hard work, but it's going to be worth it. The second circuit for today's workout is going to be 10 reverse lunges on each leg, 12 kettlebell pullovers, and then as many press-ups as you can do on the kettlebells. So it's going to be narrow, more tricep emphasis with elbows tucked into ribs. 3 sets of that, probably 90 seconds to 1 minute, 120 seconds rest in between. So a few tips for the second circuit of exercises. Reverse lunges as always. Front knee over ankle, back knee kisses floor. To make it more difficult, go on a deficit, which is what I'm doing. If you're not quite good enough for that yet, stay on the floor. Make sure you're keeping your torso as upright as possible and don't lean forwards too much. For the pullovers, core tight. The further the kettlebell goes above your head, further away from you, the more stretch you're going to get, the better you're going to engage your lats, your back muscles. Just make sure again your core stays tight. Try not to tricep extend the weight. Try and keep it moving through your back and your shoulder girdle. And then on the press ups, stay as tight as possible. Don't let that core dip. Keep the hips in line with the shoulders and toes, and make sure the elbows stay tucked in on this one. So you're trying to make it more of a tricep press up. If it's too easy, add reps, add weight, but you should be going for max reps. If you want to make it hard, add weight, still go for max reps. So the circuit 3 we're working with today is 20 resistance band shoulder press, 20 resistance band standing rows, and 20 resistance band bicep curls. 3 sets, 1 minute rest in between. This one's going to be a burner, so just embrace that suck and deal with it, and you're going to get some gains from it. So a few tips for these exercises. Even though you're using resistance bands on the shoulder press, nothing changes from the military press. Stable underneath, make sure the resistance band handles are pressed over the shoulder joint, and you're pressing your bicep towards your ear so you're secure at the top of that movement. On the bands, you're trying to squeeze the scapula, trying to make sure you're not rowing as you're doing it, so you're not moving your torso backwards and forwards, you're keeping steady and you're retracting your shoulder blades, elbow towards hips, really big squeeze. And then on the bicep curls, fully extend the bicep and then squeeze it in towards your shoulder joint. Try and keep your elbow locked so it doesn't move up and down as you're doing that movement, and you'll really feel it focus on the bicep. They're tough, but they're really effective. That was horrendous. Higher rep ranges when you're used to doing slightly lower, 6 to 8 reps, to then go up to anything between 12 and 20, it kills. So be prepared that even though the weights you're lifting are slightly lower in phase or wave 2 of the program, it doesn't make things any easier. Just because it's a lighter weight, you're working for higher reps, which probably equates to a slightly higher volume of work in the session. So be prepared, it's going to be tough, it's going to push you, but when you cycle back to go into the lower reps, you'll have built a certain amount of endurance, muscular endurance, and also your cardiovascular system will be improved, so your recovery between sets of heavier weights at lower reps will be easier, I promise you. That's the purpose of this wave, it's to push you hard for higher rep ranges, so that when you then go back to moving heavier weight for lower reps, it becomes easier. It's like magic. But you've got to put the hard work in during wave 2 in order to make wave 1, when you hit it again, worth it. So don't take this wave 2 easy. Make sure you push yourself, make sure you're lifting weights where you're struggling to get the last 2 reps out, and each time you come in, look to beat the amount of weight that you're lifting for those repetitions. You'll have improved over those 3 weeks, that when you then go back to lifting in wave 1, it's easier. Good luck, and as always, questions, hit me up social media, email or comment below and I'll get back to you. But enjoy wave 2 if you're starting that. If you're just beginning wave 1, enjoy that as well. Any questions, hit me up.